Roblox Universe has something to show us, featuring the first initial development of RSU version 5.0 and how it all started. We'll see what it's about, including the latest update. Streamlined has a plan for 2024, focusing on backend updates and several improvements, with some stuff you would want to see. Centro may have just introduced a big change of Croydon, which can affect a huge part of the game and change the course of game development. Find out in today's RTN. Hello and welcome to Roblox Transport News. I did not get enough time to produce this episode fully, so there's no twist. Don't worry though, you have the usual news with me. RSU begins with a sleek photo of the Rocky River sleeper cars outside and a picture showing the interior. It gives a nice wooden feel on the inside. What's more important is this, a look at the RAS version 5.0 with their early development screenshots. So this is how they began with the development with Roblox Universe. First, the original lobby was never intended to be a 3D lobby, but instead a single UI. I'm glad they switched it up later on. They showed other prototypes such as stations like Boytown Beach before any scenery was added, plus the UIs, traffic system, and the instructions. It's time to stop! And the first crossing prototype and the first boxer cart prototype. Okay, screw the old stuff. It's time to talk about yesterday's update. Roblox Universe has added 2 stations, Hollywood and Sheridan Street. They added a Viewliner 2 sleeper, face-free livery to all travel consists for free. There are new conductors controls 3.0 systems with local door improvements and a slimmer UI design. There are other additions like more scenery, audio alerts, sound adjustments, and much more. Pretty big update, I should say. The game is starting to feel way more complete. We got some epic news from Canterbury since we got promises on more routes. Stage 69 quotes, game development is progressing and so are the plans to improve the bus network in Canterbury. The picture attached shows a right street light following a route called 37B going to District Hospital. And let me tell you this, it is a new variant of Route 37 judging by their destinations. White Coast City Railway has got something interesting with a new class coming into certain trains. That's right, a first class upgrade. According to my limited knowledge, this would appear to be a Class 185, which is a new train for the WCR's coming update of version 1.1. Streamlined has announced an outlook for 2024. Robin has put out a long announcement stating what you will expect from Streamlined and what they will be focusing on for the next year. In 2024, Streamlined plans to focus on backend updates, such as introducing streaming enabled, similar to Roblox's render distance, to enhance performance on lower-end devices. The upcoming features include a search bar, filters for easier access to rolling stock, and new level assets from the 1950s. Future updates will also address signals after an in-game tutorial is implemented. Smaller additions like improved speed limits, UI quality of life updates, and sound upgrades for trains are in the pipeline. Regarding trains, locomotives will undergo reworks to support water shafts and inside valve gear. Although animated water shafts, it's on hold due to code bugs. The NS3600 will be released without water shafts soon, with other locomotives in the process of reworks. New stock is also planned but will be announced upon completion. Map-wise, Old City's reworks are set to be finished, and an expansion east of Endstracht is planned. An in-game store for clothing options is in the works. The major shunting update, making shunting more interesting, is targeted for release in 2024. It is the last major update before the beta release, bringing Streamlined closer to becoming free. Certainly a good thing to hear. Good luck to the development team on developing these features. We might be getting a huge change from Centro coming from this straightforward announcement from Toby with 2 words, Generation 2, and a few pictures showing an upgraded Enviro 200 MMC. This is likely to mean a new wave of upgrades is coming out on all buses, improving the modeling and the realism. There's not much else to say, but the simplicity of the announcements describes more than it looks. In addition, a new livery is planned for the Enviro 200 MMC from an older time frame. The final headline to end this week's RTN is all about Dovedale Railway sneak peek. The first preview is about departure boards, with a group of these boards placed in Dovedale Central. Speaking of which, Ray comments there's also something quite big coming to do with that station. We don't know anything yet, but we'll soon find out. Next are some new buildings were installed at 2 different locations. Where could they be? The most popular guesses are Pengtastic at the first one, though there is disagreement on that one, and the second one being Masonfield. Finally, they will soon be working off RA/CD indicators and free designs of banner repeaters. That is all there is to say on this week's RTN. I promise this week we'll have a twist, celebrating our 1st year anniversary of RTN. Happy birthday and have a great night.